Reaper from Reaper Gaming here, coming to you with Game 2 of my Madden NFL World Series Tournament Series. Now, I know it's been a while since I last did this one. Oh, and please ignore the music. I do not have any rights to these songs. They are part of the game. I'm not using them. Now, in game 1 of the C bracket, the Buccaneers won 31-25. Now, can the Bears get a win in game 2 and continue the series to a game 3 like the Packers did against the Cardinals in set A? Let's see. Just let me switch it over to full screen and we can begin. Let's begin, shall we? And now I shall turn it over to the AI commentators. I'll see you at the end of the game. See you then. Oh, and again, the music is not mine. They are part of the game.
So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I changed the wager seats for the Bucks next game.
Special teams. Field position is always a big determinant of a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
Now, I will say this. The Western Divisional NFC Divisional Series has been decided.
Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field.
It'll be
fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
As I was saying, it'll be the Packers and Giants in the Western NFC Divisional Series. Whoever wins this will get into the Eastern NFC Divisional Series. It all depends on if the Buccaneers win.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
I must say, the Buccaneers defense is pretty hard on them after their win game 1.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
It's easy to go back to the time when Ndamukong Suh entered the NFL, and he was an absolute force right from the beginning. But it's been fun to watch his career progress, and I'm starting to see a little more finesse in his game, although I'm not sure he'd like me to describe it that way. But you see the agility, you see the movement, and, of course, he can bull rush when he needs to get to the quarterback.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky, rolling to his right. He can run for it. And now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. First carry for Peyton Barber. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Back to throw here. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get a lot of credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
This is caught inside the 15. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Barber on 1st and 10. And another tackle broken. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Barber. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper.
Yes, I know. I'm playing as the Bucs. Once it gets closer to the World Series, I'll actually let the AI decide fully.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Oh, by the way, I'm using a new mic, if you're aware.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this one.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
You know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time.
They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brashad Perriman, 46 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw, and he completes it to Cohen. 22 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn, but it's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him
Sack!
go. He's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky, he finds Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, and that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but there's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Airing this one out for, that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Probably wondering, when am I going to let Brady play?
Santos to kick this one away.
Well, I'm going to let him play after this.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's hit.
Just give me a second. Because I gotta let the veterans play every now and then, right?
21-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Again, it's Davis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with the defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Barber. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
That's it, baby. We got one.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Wait, that's 53. 58, come on. Shadow.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barber. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down now. It's Barber. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up the 1st down.
We begin the final quarter.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Trubisky now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bears cut into that lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Right back at you, Chicago. Right back at you.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, D. Hey, check Mike 42.
Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play call, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the chance of a game 3. It's looking highly likely.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Well, that was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 53 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Wait, 53! 59. I got one.
They'll run with Barber. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Trubisky will throw. He's got Burton here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling. It's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 44 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
We got this.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
It got his man complete. Pushing tacklers aside. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
Guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on
3 seconds left.
One last shot for Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped lead
And it's
them
over.
to victory. And the defensive guys
Set C of the wild card series is over. The Buccaneers shall move on to the NFC Eastern Divisional Series against either the Washington Redskins or the Dallas Cowboys. I've been Reaper from Reaper Gaming saying see you next time. Peace.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.